I've had a coffee table design in my mind for quite a while. I've wanted to make something associated to chainmail. Some sort of chainmail wire chain around the perimeter or something to that degree. I came up with this weave for the coffee table's legs. I've got a chainmail background, and there's this one weave called an inverted diameter, or inverted round, and it looks like this, and you can put things through it. This is it on a smaller side. There's little beads in there. The thing about it though, is it's a coreless weave. You can put things through the middle of it. Take this fork for example. The fork is inside the weave and right out the other side. So it looks like when you get it pretty long. This right here is most likely, I don't know, 6 hours? I've got it all down to a science now. Gonna make it go a little bit faster than that, so let's get to work. You're gonna see that these are honestly just pencil rod turned into rings. Pencil rod is steel wire to such a large gauge that it's called rod. So this is a bit larger than 00 gauge. This is 1/4 inch, I believe. I had to go out and buy this gauge to start with, and then I figured out that I could have done this in a smaller gauge, which would have been easier on me. But as it turns out, I've already got quite a bit down at the larger gauge, so I'm just gonna stick with the larger gauge. I have to use vice grips instead of pliers because normal pliers can't bend those rings. The pliers will break. So I put some duct tape on the teeth of the vice grips. That way I can have grip and I won't mar the steel too much. Although with repeated use, the teeth bite through the duct tape. Recoating is needed every 100 or so rings. Okay, we got one long leg and one short leg. Off to a good start, about halfway done. Now, as you can see, it doesn't go quick. This one segment, give or take, give 3 connections, took me all afternoon. Okay, that's the pipe. So now that the pipe is welded onto the table, well, why'd you weld it on the table? How are you gonna get it off? You just grind it off, and then you sand down the weld marks. It's not gonna work. I essentially made this table out of steel for that reason. Now I need to make a giant coil like from here all the way up, as far as you can go, and then you cut it all off, and it's bucket below you. Get to work. Oh. Yeah. Put it right there. Good girl. Okay, now that we've got this thing all spiraled on there, I have to cut it right down the center line. Then the rings fall off and land in there. I'm doing. Thank God for screen protectors.
So, what do you want to do for dinner?
Take a shit on your mom. Believe it or not, that's all I got from all of that effort. Now, you can't just simply close these rings. You have to open them first. Once you open them, then you have to hammer them because the gap is too fucking open. If you close the ring right now, in the weave, you'd get this massive gap, right? See, there's the gap. That's not a good gap. So anyway, to open them, hammer them, and then you see how the gap overlaps? Oh, that's because it's not overlapping. Now it is. See how the gap is overlapping? Oh, God. Oh. 2 out of 3. All right, we got our tabletop cut out. There's our rings. We're ready to weld. After a painstaking amount of cuts and polishing, I've reduced the inner diameter and the outer diameter of this pipe by quite a bit. So now it fits on both sides. There's my bridge, so now I'll be able to get another piece and stick it right over and have a continuity of a pipe without sacrificing. You know what I mean. Alright, so what I've failed to explain here is that I took a little bit of time to fabricate the shape of that arch with a pencil rod of 1/4 inch in diameter, and then I got a pipe and I capped both ends of the pipe, filled it with sand, and bent it into the same shape as that prototype arch on that pencil rod to create what you see that I'm connecting together after I cut it in half and built a core.
I try to visualize.
So, we've got all the pieces disconnected from each other, just the way that I wanted it to be. They connect. Although, I'm trying not to get the angle wrong. It did come out pretty decently. I really wish that it didn't take so damn long to get them coreless. That took a little bit of effort. I had to fashion some tools in the meantime, in the middle of what I was doing. Yeah! You gonna take the job up there if it's a good job? All right, so one leg's on there, and I got the core assembled. Just just like that, I've got it disassembleable. So I just gotta slide the next leg over there, weld it up, and separate it just like that. Chain. Yeah, you comfortable on the chain? Yeah, you so comfortable. Yes, you are. Kayak. Yeah, chain wrap. Oh yes, so comfy on the chain. Oh yes. This is a welded placeholder here that has the shape that the leg needs. And when you've finished weaving the chain, goes over just like that, and then you weld it at all the columns. I've got no idea what I just went through. You know, this might look so simple to some of you, thinking, oh yeah, you just make a chain and then, you know, weld the chain. No, it's not like that, okay? You put the fucking rod in there and then it gets stuck. Okay, I had to drill it out just now in pieces because I couldn't get it out. You figure if you got one rod going through it, it's a 45-degree angle, it's gonna be fine. It'll just slide right out, right? Of course, these ones I had to make it detachable in the middle, cut it here, pull out there, and then weld it back down there. So it's not simple, this project. There's so many fucking steps that you wouldn't think about. And it just keeps going, man. It's a gift that keeps on giving. Now I've got to grind the interior. I got to get in here and clean up the interior of where these chains sit. And that's going to be just an absolute nightmare to get into. I have a Dremel, but about every 30 seconds I need to replace the head on it because the sanders aren't meant for metal. So oh boy, oh my gosh. Pretty weird seeing it done like this.
You did it.
Been doing it for so long. Just don't want to be done. It's plyboard, 7-layer, which I know isn't, you know, high quality or anything. But if we were to go with solid wood, you would end up with warping, you would end up with some sort of, you know, bending at the corner, you know, it wouldn't be perfect. And plyboard is the way to go for tabletops. This is the stripping we put on there, white birch, and this is birch wood. Again, it's 7 layers. This is the actual top, this cross-grain pattern I picked out from several different pieces at the shop. And I liked this look the best. We're going with a red mahogany Minwax stain. I already stained the other side. I haven't bothered to do this line here. I'll get that right now. But I did get this line over here. Now the whole thing's stained. The table itself is all put together and assembled. It's ready to be painted. It just needs to be... I just need to put caps on the bottom to hold this. Weights and stuff. Okay, so we're looking at... We're looking at 40 and a half, so we're looking at 10.125, 20.25, and 30.375 is where these rings have to sit. 10.125, so just 10 inches.
Where do you want to go? Anywhere you want. Just say it. I can get us in anywhere.
What about Dorsia?